Hi guys, I'm going to make this video and I'm going to entitle it to Onision or what is your name now? Greg or James or whatever your name is, and also to Chris Hansen. I just watched, these are kind of like reaction videos, I guess, but I just like feel it and I want to, you know, make a video and send my message out there in case anybody else feels the same and you can go, oh yeah, I feel the same way. But I watched all of your videos, Onision, and I'm very happy that you made those videos. Now, I'm somebody who, when I found you years ago, I thought you were just so highly intelligent, and I loved that you made people think. We're completely different on politics, but I think you are just very intelligent, and that's a very attractive, feature to have. And I have to admit, I haven't watched you that much. Just, some of the real interesting ones, or if some gossip happens, I'll watch it. But primarily, no, I haven't watched. I'm just kind of a little bit older than probably your core group of people are. But I have been following with this whole thing, with Chris Hansen and the have a seat and the whole, that kind of stuff. And I am just, first of all, glad that you spoke up. I understand that you wanted to not make any waves in your marriage and why your husband, Kai, wouldn't want you to, because I'm like that too. I'm like, I don't want to, if I think it's personal and I think it's nobody's business, I just don't want to say anything. And I don't care what people think. I just, want privacy and don't want to answer. And that's just how I think. But for you, I think because you are so big, noticeable on YouTube, that you really should have, and I'm glad that you have, because sometimes people just want to hear anything, because they kind of were going unchallenged. I don't even know where to start. I'm going to make a few parts to this too, because I just kind of want to. No, no disrespect to anybody that I'm talking about, but you guys have all made this very public in very public videos, and you've made it all public, so that's why I am commenting on it. It's not about your private life. It's about something that you've made public, and that's why I feel that I can actually comment. Shiloh, I think you are a beautiful young woman. I never believed that you had seizures. I thought that nobody really did. I thought that that was part of the shtick, that people weren't believing it. But now that I see, when I saw Onision go off on all those wild tangents, I see even people, that I knew on YouTube who were believing it. And I just was shaking my head like, really? Really? Come on, just like the thing now with Nikocado Avocado, he's not away from his husband, in my opinion, all for views and all for the sensationalism of it all. So when I saw her come on, when I saw a grown-up Shiloh come on to Chris Hansen's Have a Seat show, I was taken aback by she's still going with that same story, that she, had a grand mal seizure and didn't wake up. So right there, when she didn't back off of that and say, yeah, I kind of did that to troll, and we kind of did that to it, she kept on with it. She just didn't. She just didn't have one, and she just didn't lose track of time. And she kind of went up there unchallenged. So when she says something like that, and again, it's no disrespect to her, and this is just my opinion, and she is very easy to like, so I understand, and you're very easy to hate, Onision, from what you said about, I'm hating you too, dude. You do what you're just saying about fat people. Fat people, come on, I'm fat. No, but for real, I mean, she's very easy to like, and you are very easy to not like. So that right there is, something right there is just not going to work. And everything that you said, Onision, James, just had that ring of truth to it. It had the ring of truth to it the whole time. And so that most likely would be probably why she might not go back on his show, is because maybe some of, that stuff is going to come up regarding, she went unquestioned about that whole, it's like Chris Hansen just got out of her what he wanted, and he's not a real journalist. A journalist would have questioned, he could have asked a doctor, is this possible? And the whole thing was a joke. And you have so many people online who really fell for it, just like they fell for when you were doing your crazy act. I feel that is truly what separates, I don't know, the dumb people in the world and the people who at least just aren't so gullible for things like that. I don't know. I was shocked when I, would hear people and they're, calling for you to, be committed and everything. And it's like, people, it's a joke. Chris Hansen, at first, when he first came back, I was a little bit interested because I used to like to watch that show. It was always interesting. And then I did know that he tried to make a comeback with an online show. And I don't know what happened with that, but I don't think it ever really went that far or something like that. So now he's doing this, and it's kind of like, in my opinion, and again, to Mr. Hansen, I do have respect for you for what you've done in the past. And it is kind of sad that you've had to kind of tarnish your reputation by coming on YouTube and making videos. And Onision, James, I loved what you said about YouTubers are nothing. Thank you. Applaud. Because there's so many that think that it's something, that think that anybody can't possibly do it. They're absolutely... The world really is going to shit when you have people who are real journalists, not saying he is right now, but other ones, and, reporters coming to YouTube and getting their information. Come on. Where are we going to get our next president? Is going to be, well, we did. We got a president, because he knew how to tweet really good. That's what this world is coming to, truly. And the whole thing about you, I was always wondering, where is your smoking gun in this? There's nothing. And he knew that it was getting him, 10, 20, 30,000 people in his chats, and all that has to add up to a bunch of people super chatting, a bunch of people sending PayPal donations, that sort of thing, and the monetizing with it, because, he was really... It's just sad, Mr. Hansen, Chris. It's just sad because you were, I don't know, write a book or something, but don't, because this whole thing right now, okay, to anybody with a brain, looks very just... This is going to be wrong to say retarded, but it looks retarded. Yes, come after me, But that's what it looks like to me. It looks very just cheesy, immature, all of the above to be doing that. I don't know. That's just what it looks like. And Onision is right. If anybody ever just sat down and asked themselves, what actually did he do wrong? We're talking about, I'm sure he skirted around the age thing. Obviously, he is attracted to young-looking girls. He has a certain look, a certain that he likes. But he is obeying, the law and staying within the law. Maybe, I'm not saying, I can't speak for him. I'm sure maybe he'd like it is in other countries where you can actually date a little bit younger. But that's his free, he can think that way. It's not the other words that we can't say. And the grooming and everything that he said about Sarah, who, and all the girls, all the young women came across very honest with Chris Hansen's completely leading questions. Thank you for mentioning that, because it was like he was a robot just sitting there. And he's asked these questions for so long, he could probably say them all in his sleep. And the whole thing was just, and he led them, and the girls, at least, the women, at least wouldn't go so far as to say some certain things, and you could just, tell that he was disappointed that he couldn't get them to actually say certain things. But this is embarrassing, Chris Hansen. It really is. It's embarrassing because you are better than that. And I know you want to make it, this is all just going to, because there's nothing that they can, unless there's something about him that we don't know, unless there's some part of it that we don't know, there's nothing that they can do to him. He's broken no law with the things that you have brought up yourself, Chris. He's broken no law. And if they're going to bring in there, exchanging of a picture when somebody was, a few months younger than something, and it went to Kai or whatever, I think that there was some mention of that. Okay, then you can skirt around, play with the games with the law, and you can, nab him on something, you can get him on something, and that's just all, to me, more waste of money. It just is. Do I agree with the lifestyle that Onision does? No, I don't at all. But he's free to do whatever he and his husband want to do. And I haven't seen any laws that have been broken. Is it kind of queasy that they brought this Sarah in, and no, they weren't the daughter, but she was blah 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 blah. Yeah, it is kind of sleazy, kind of a little bit, you kind of cringe a little bit like that, but it's not breaking the law. It's not breaking the law. And on the other side, what you've done is you've just completely harassed this man, including that Repsion, including so many other YouTubers. Just, get some more content. Repsion, just move along. There's nothing there. It's a nothing burger. There's nothing there to get. You don't like him. I understand. I think a lot of the stuff that he said about, just his cocky way of being sometimes is very annoying to me. But I gotta say it when it's true. He was so spot on when he talked about Chris Hansen. He was so spot on in his explanation of everything. I do hope that Kai understands that I think this is much better, you coming forward and just saying this, because anybody out there who is mature enough and really does just want to hear the truth will hear the truth like you just said, and it'll sound like the truth, and it'll die down, because it wasn't like you to go for so long and not say anything. It was odd, and all those videos that you did that got out of control, yeah, I'm sure it made you a lot of money, but the lemmings that watch these videos, I can't believe anybody thought those were real. I just can't. I cannot believe that they thought that those were real. And I see so many instances of that, where they see somebody and they're totally trolling, and people just believe it's real. They just want to believe, they want to go to the negative, they want to go to the train wreck part of it, they're loving it, and this is basically what we've come to in life. Oh boy. So anyways, that's all that I wanted to say. I want to say that, I think your banana song, Onision, was really stupid. And of course it's really stupid, so it probably made you a lot of money because it's just really stupid. I commend you for keeping your children out of this whole thing. I hope the one that fell, I hope she's all okay. And that, of course, they're milking that for every ounce that they can possibly do. I don't know why that they think that they can make, Chris Hansen sitting there with that seedy lawyer who, I read all about that, what he's got going on in his life. I read all about that. And that seedy guy that he had with him, that Anthony. It's like, Chris, how did you not see that for so long? How did you not see how seedy he was for so long? You know, did you just choose to look away maybe? Or, anyways, like I said, these are just my opinions on the whole thing, because I did just go over and watch Onision's videos he put up tonight and just told the truth, and tell me that that doesn't just sound like the truth. Maybe there's a little bit of stuff in there that you kind of go, did it really happen that way? Or, you know, maybe a little bit here on a few instances, especially with the ending part and with Sada, as I pronounce it. Maybe a little bit there. I'm still not. It sounds a little bit, I don't know. But everything else, yes. The bulletproof, dude, you know you're gonna be like Michael Jackson in his little chamber that he would always lie in, and all the weird stuff he did. Now you're gonna be known as Onision, the weird guy who's wearing the bulletproof vest. I get it though. I get it. You know that I do get it with putting that kind of a label on you. I don't know why more people wouldn't be afraid of slander with saying that sort of thing, because you know I know that the only defense against slander would be as if it's the truth. But if it's not the truth and people are saying it, and Chris Hansen just, you know, basically he's not even saying allegedly anymore. He's just out there just saying it. So, you know, I don't think people should waste court time with any things like this, but I think that you are being completely targeted. My heart does go out to Kai, because I know that he's got to be, you know, for somebody who doesn't want to have any of this drama and their life out there, this has got to be really hurtful to him. So I hope he understands that this middle-aged woman out in Arizona thinks it's a very good idea that you came forward and spoke. And that's why I did this video, even though I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with what I say. I agree with everything that Onision said. So with that, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.